So, more Jets news. For people that work Monday through Friday, what a way to finish the work week. People that work over the weekend, what a way to kick off the weekend. The Jets made a huge move this evening to bolster the offensive line, as if they haven't added enough already. They're bringing an 8-time Pro Bowler, TYRON Smith. Okay, and I'm going to pull up this article just so you can see it here. Okay, hang on one second. But it's an article that gives you some details into Tyron Smith, and he's an 8-time Pro Bowler with the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, and this is going to bring so much beef and muscle to the offensive line, but it's going to give him so much flexibility heading into the draft too. Okay, New York Jets have made another move to bolster the offensive line. Longtime Dallas Cowboys tackle Tyron Smith has agreed to terms on a contract with the Jets on a one-year deal, according to multiple reports. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported that the deal was for 1 year and could be worth up to $20 million with incentives. So that's a pretty hefty one-year deal for a 33-year-old. But this man is an 8-time Pro Bowler. Okay, Smith, 33, received 8 Pro Bowl nods and was a first-team All-Pro 2 times in his 13 seasons in Dallas. Now, though injuries have been a persistent issue, Smith has missed at least 3 games every season since 2016 and played only 2 games in 2020 and 4 in 2022. His presence and steady play should still provide a nice boost for a Jet offensive line that was in disarray last year, and so on and so forth. I will attach this actually. I will attach this article in the video so you could read it. Okay, which if you're a Jets fan, I hope this excites you. So this is another big piece to boost the offensive line. They made a trade with the Ravens and got another big piece yesterday. And it's just they're doing everything right now to fortify this line. Okay, to protect Aaron Rodgers, to protect Taylor, to protect these guys as much as they possibly can. And speaking of lines, they're also bringing back defensive lineman Solomon Thomas to boost the defensive line. So OL move and a DL move today. I also think it's a 1-year deal. It's an 8-year veteran here Stanford product, and he's been a mainstay on the defensive front with the Jets for a couple years now. And so they brought him back too. They've added some serious size. Tyron Smith is 6'6", 320. So he's a big boy. And he got some size to protect the quarterback, size to protect the running backs, size to also give the quarterback a time to throw to the wide receivers, to throw to the tight ends. And don't be surprised now if they pivot and use the first round pick on either a wide receiver or a tight end, right? I mentioned this yesterday, rather than an offensive lineman. Unless somebody like Joe Alt falls to them, which I don't see happening, I could see them moving to a playmaker and giving so much free agency attention to the offensive line and the defensive line makes it easier for them to do that. And don't be surprised either if they trade down a few spots from 10 to let's just say 15 or something like that to a team that needs a quarterback and would be willing to give up a second round pick, which the Jets do not have in the upcoming draft to get that player. So if the Jets move down a couple of spots in the first round, but they gain a second round pick, that's going to be a heck of a draft for them. Heck of a draft. So, and they can use that first round on a playmaker, maybe in the second round, just like they did last year, could draft another offensive tackle, offensive lineman. So they brought in Joe Tippmann last year. He was a new center in the second round, too, from Wisconsin. So they can make those moves again. But I wanted to get this news to you immediately. If you're a Jets fan and you're not subscribed to this channel, please do. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification button too. That way, when stuff comes out, you'll always get it. And you'll be in front of the line to get it too. So this was exciting. I wanted to get the details on it, and I hope this excites you. Let me know in the comments. It excites me. I think this is going to make them much more competitive in the AFC East. The Patriots are looking to draft a new quarterback. The Ravens are still doing their thing, but they've lost some players too. The Ravens. They've lost a couple players, even though they added Derrick Henry and a couple other folks. They've lost a few key pieces. One of them to the Jets in the offensive line. So you get the Miami Dolphins, who are still pretty good. And they've had some pieces as well. They've been relatively busy. But the Jets have been one of the busier teams, I think, strategically busy teams this offseason, in free agency so far. So kudos to them. I'm really curious to see what they do in a few weeks at the draft. These types of moves give them the flexibility to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more aggressive, and take some more risks in the draft. Like I said, this last couple of days, they don't have to draft primarily on need now. I mean, they address a lot of their needs. They still, want to add a number 2 wide receiver. Yes, there's still a couple guys available in free agency, potentially in the trade market. Still want to add maybe a tight end too. So, and they'll probably add another offensive lineman as well as some other playmakers. But that's what I got for you right now. So I hope this ends your week and starts your weekend well. Have a great night. If anything else comes out, you get it here. Talk to you later.